Ah, Turanio, it is for the great desire I had to see fair Padua, nursery of the arts. I am arrived from fruitful Lombardy, the pleasant garden of great Italy, and by my father's love and leave am I armed with his good will, and thy good company, my trusty servant, well approved in all. Here, let us breathe. And happily institute a course of learning and ingenious studies. Therefore, Tranio, for the time I study, virtue and that part of philosophy will I apply. Tell me thy mind, for I have Pisa left, and am for Padua to come, as he that leaves a shallow plash to plunge him into the deep, and with satiety seeks to quench his thirst.
Mi perdinato, gentle mastermind, I am in all affected as yourself, glad that you thus continue your resolve to suck the sweets of sweet philosophy. Only, good master, while we do admire this virtue and this moral discipline, let's be no stoics, nor no stocks, I pray, and practice rhetoric in your common talk. Music and poesy used to quicken you, for no profit grows when no pleasure ta'en. In brief, sir, study what you most affect.
Ah, grammar sees, Tranio, well dost thou advise. If Biandello were to come ashore, we could at once put us in readiness and take a lodging fit to entertain such friends as time in Padua shall beget. But stay a while. What company is this?
Master,
House furnished
some
with plate
show
and
to welcome us to town.
Please, Signor Baptista.
Katherina for the life of me.
Signor
Sir,
Baptista,
he is
he is nothing but a vile, pompous piece of...
Gentlemen, importune me no farther, for I firmly am resolved, that is, you know, not to bestow my younger daughter before I have a husband for the elder. If either of you both love Katherina, because I know you well, and love you well, leave shall you have to court her at your pleasure.
To cart her, rather. She's too rough for me. There, Hortensio, will you any wife?
I pray you, sir. Is it your will to make a stale of me amongst these mates?
Mates, maid, how mean you that? No mates for you, unless you are of gentler, milder mold.
Oh, in faith, sir, you shall never need to fear. I wish it not halfway to your heart. But if it were, doubt not my care should be to comb your noddle with three-legged stool and paint your face and use you like a fool.
From all such devils, good Lord, deliver us!
And me too, good Lord.
Hush, master. Here's some good pastime toward. That wench is stark mad or wonderful froward.
But in the other silence I do see maid's mild behavior and sobriety. Peace, Tranio.
Well said, master. Mum, and gaze your fill.
Gentlemen, that I may soon make good what I have said. Bianca, come thee here. And let it not displease thee, good Bianca, for I love thee ne'ertheless, my girl.
A pretty Pete, it is best put finger in the eye, and she knew why.
Sister, content you in my discontent. Sir, to your pleasure I humbly subscribe. My books and instruments shall be my company. On them to look and practice. Alone.
Hark, Tranio, thou mayest hear Minerva speak.
Signor Baptista, will you be so strange? Sorry am I that our goodwill affects Bianca's grief.
Why will you move her up, Signor Baptista, for this fiend of hell, and make her bear the penance of her tongue?
Gentlemen, content ye. I am resolved. Go in, Bianca. For I know she taketh most delight in music, instruments, and poetry. Schoolmasters will I keep within my house, fit to instruct her youth. If you, Signor Gremio, or Hortensio you, know any such, prefer them hither. For to cunning men I will be very kind and liberal to mine own children in good bringing up. And so farewell. Katherina, you may stay here, for I have more to commune with Bianca.
Why? And I trust I may go too, may I not? What, should I be appointed hours as though belike I knew not what to take and what to leave, huh? Oh!
You may go to the devil's dam. Your gifts are so good, here's none will hold you. Yet, for the love I bear, my sweet Bianca, If I can by any means light on a fit man to teach her that wherein she delights, I will wish him to her father.
So will I, Signor Gremio. But a word, I pray. Though the nature of our quarrel yet never brooked parley, know now upon advice it toucheth us both, that we may yet again have access to our fair mistress, and be happy rivals in Bianca's love, to labor and affect in one thing specially.
What's that, I pray?
Marry, sir, to get a husband for her sister.
A husband? A devil?
I say a husband.
I say a devil. Thinkest thou, Hortensio, though her father be very rich, any man is so very a fool to be married to hell?
Tush, Gremio, though it pass your patience and mine to endure her loud alarms, why, man, there be good fellows in the world, and a man could light on them, would take her with all faults, and money enough.
I cannot tell, but I had his leave take her dowry with this condition, to be whipped at the high cross every morning.
Faith, as you say, there's small choice in rotten apples. But come, since this bar-in-law makes us friends, it shall so far forth be friendly, all maintained by helping Baptista's eldest daughter to a husband, we set his youngest free for a husband. Then we have to it afresh. Sweet Bianca, happy man be his dole. He that runs fastest gets the ring. How say you, Signor Gremio?
I am agreed. And would I have given him the best horse in Padua to begin his wooing that would thoroughly woo her, wed her, bed her, and rid the house of her.
Oh, Tranio! She...
I pray, sir, tell me, is it possible that love should of a sudden take such hold?
Oh, Tranio, till I found it to be true, I never thought it possible or likely, but see, while idly I stood, looking on, I found the effects of love in idleness, and now in plainness do I confess to thee, who art as near and as dear to me as Anna to the queen of Carthage was. Tranio, I burn, I pine, I perish, Tranio, if I achieve not this young, modest girl. Counsel me, Tranio, for I know thou canst. Assist me, Tranio, for I know thou wilt.
Master, you looked so longly on the maid. Perhaps you'd not marked what's the pith of all.
Oh, yes, I saw sweet beauty in her face.
Saw you no more? Marked you not how her sister began to scold and raise up such a storm that mortal ears might hardly endure the din?
Oh, Tranio, I saw her coral lips move, and with her breath she did perfume the air. Sacred and sweet was all I saw in her, Tranio.
Nay then, 'tis time to stir him from his trance. I pray, awake, sir. If you love the maid, bend thoughts and wits to achieve her. Thus it stands, her eldest sister is so cursed and shrewd that, till her father rid his hands of her, master, your love must live a maid at home, and therefore has he closely mewed her up, because she will not be annoyed with suitors.
Ah, Tranio, what a cruel father is he! But art thou not advised? He took some care in getting some cunning schoolmasters to instruct her.
Aye. Marry am I, sir, and now 'tis plotted.
I have it, Tranio.
Master, for my hand, both our inventions meet and jump in one.
Tell me thine first.
You will be schoolmaster, and undertake the teaching of the maid. That's your device.
It is. May it be done?
Not possible, for who shall bear your part here in Padua, hear Vincentio's son? Keep house, ply his book, welcome his friends, visit his countrymen, and banquet them.
Basta! Content thee, for I have it full. We have not yet been seen in any house, nor can we lie distinguished by our faces for man or for master. Then it follows thus, Tranio, thou shalt be master in my stead. Keep house and port and servants as I should. I will be some other, some Florentine, some Neapolitan, or meaner man of Pisa. 'Tis hatched, and shall be so, Tranio. At once, uncase thee. Take my colored hat and my cloak. When Biandello comes, he waits on thee. But I will charm him first to keep his tongue.
So had you need. In brief, sir, since it your pleasure is, and I am tied to be obedient, for so your father charged me at our parting. Be serviceable to my son, quoth he, though I think 'twas in another sense. I am content to be Lucentio, for so well I love Lucentio.
Tranio, be so, because Lucentio loves. And let me be a slave to achieve that maid whose sudden sight hath thralled my wounded eye. Oh, here comes the rogue. Sirrah, where have you been?
Where have I been? Nay, how now, where are you? Master, has my fellow Tranio stolen your clothes? Or you stolen his? Or both? Pray, what's the news?
Sirrah, come hither. 'Tis no time to jest, therefore frame your manners to the time. Your fellow Tranio here, to save my life, have put on my apparel and my countenance. For in a fear, or in a quarrel since I came ashore, I killed a man, and in fear was I descried. Wait you on him, I charge thee, while I make away from hence, to save my life. Do you understand me?
Aye, sir. Near wit.
Then not a jot of Tranio in your mouth. Tranio is now changed into Lucentio.
The better for him. Would I were so too.
So could I, faith boy, to have the next wish after, that Lucentio indeed had Baptista's youngest daughter. But sirrah, not for my sake, but your master's. I advise you, use your manners discreetly in all kind of companies. Why, when I am alone, I am Tranio, but in all places else, your master, Lucentio.
Tranio, let's go. But one more thing rests, that thyself execute, to make one amongst these wooers. If thou ask me why, sufficeth. My reasons are both good and weighty. Basta!
At Hortensio's house! Hey!
Introducing Petruchio! Verona! For a while I take my leave to see my friends in Padua, but of all my best beloved and approved friend, Hortensio. And I know this is his house. Here, Sirrah Grumio, knock, I say.
Knock, sir? Whom should I knock? Is there a man has refused your worship? Is it him, her?
Villain, I say knock me here soundly.
Knock you here, sir? Why, sir, what am I, sir, that I should knock you here?
Villain, I say rap me at this gate, and rap me well or I'll knock your knave's pate.
My master's grown quarrelsome. I should knock you first, and then I know by after who comes by the worst.
Will it not be? Faith, Sirrah Villain, and you'll not knock. I'll ring it, I'll try so you can so fond sing it.
I'm so fancy. Help, masters, help. My master is mad.
And you'll knock when I bid you, Sirrah Villain.
How now? What's the matter? My old friend Grumio, and my good friend Petruchio. How do you, old Verona?
Ah, good Hortensio, come to part the fray.
Rise, Grumio, rise. We will compound this quarrel.
A senseless villain, good Hortensio. I bade the rascal knock upon your gate and could not get him with all my heart to do it.
Knock at the gate? Oh, heavens, spake you not these words plain? Sirrah, knock me here, rap me here. Knock me well and knock me soundly. And now you come with knocking at the gate.
Villain, be gone, or talk not, I advise you.
Petruchio, patience. Now tell me, sweet friend, what happy gale blows you to Padua here from old Verona?
Such winds as these scatters men through the world to seek their fortunes farther than at home, where small experience grows. But, in a few, good Hortensio, thus it stands with me. Antonio, my father, is deceased.
Oh, Santa Maria.
And so I have thrust myself into this maze, happily to live and thrive as best I may. Crowns in my purse I have and goods at home, and I have come abroad to see the world.
Petruchio, shall I then come roundly to thee and wish thee to a shrewd, ill-favored wife? Yes.
Hortensio, twixt such friends are we, few words suffice. And therefore, if thou knowest, if I come to arrive it wealthily in Padua, if wealthily, then happily in Padua.
Nay, look you, sir, he tells you flatly what his mind is. Why, give him gold enough and marry him to a puppet, or an aglet baby, or an old trot with near a tooth in her head, though she has many diseases as 52 horses.
Why, nothing comes amiss. So money comes with all.
Petruchio, since we are stepped thus far in, I can, Petruchio, help thee to a wife, with wealth enough and young and beauteous, brought up as best becomes a gentlewoman. Her only fault, and that is faults enough, is that she's intolerable cursed, and shrewd and forward, so beyond all measure that were my state far worse than it is, I would not wed her for a mine of gold.
Hortensio, peace! Thou know it's not gold's effect. Tell me her father's name, and 'tis enough. For I will board her, though she chide as loud as thunder when the clouds in autumn crack.
Her father is Baptista Minola, an affable and courteous gentleman. Her name is Katherina Minola, renowned in Padua for her scolding tongue.
I know her father, though I know not her, and he knew my deceased father well. I will not sleep, good Hortensio, till I see her, and thus let me be bold with you to give me over at this first encounter.
I pray you, sir, let him go while the humor lasts. Oh, my word, if she knew him as well as I do, she would think scolding would do a little good upon him.
Tarry, Petruchio, I must go with thee.
No touching.
Sorry. For in Baptista's keep my treasure is. He hath the jewel of my life in hold. His youngest daughter, beautiful Bianca, and her withholds from me and others more, suitors to her, and rivals of my love. Supposing it a thing impossible, for those defects I before rehearsed, that ever Katherina will be wooed. Therefore, this order hath Baptista ta'en, that none shall have access unto Bianca, until Katherina the Cursed have got a husband.
Katherina the Cursed, a title for a maid of all titles the worst.
Now shall my friend Petruchio do me grace, and offer me, disguised in sober robes, to old Baptista as a schoolmaster, well seen in music, to instruct Bianca, so that I may, by this device, at least have leave and leisure to make love to her, an unsuspected courtier by myself.
Hark you, sir, I'll have them very
Master, look about you. Who goes there?
And
Peace,
you read no
Romeo.
lectures, sir.
It is
You
the
understand me?
rival of
Take
my
your
love.
paper too and have a very
Petruchio, stand by
Now.
a while.
What will you read to her?
Whate'er I read to her, sir, I'll plead for you. As for my patron, stand you so assured, as firmly as you were still in place. Yea, and perhaps with more successful words, sir, unless you were a scholar, sir.
Oh, this learning, what a thing it is.
Oh, this woodcock, what an ass it is.
Oh, ho, ho! Peace, all!
Grumio, Mum, God save you, Signor Gremio.
And you are well met, Signor Hortensio. Know you whither I am going? To Baptista Minola. I promise to inquire carefully about a schoolmaster for the fair Bianca, and by good fortune I have lighted well on this young man. For learning and behavior, fit for her turn, well read in poetry and other books. Good ones, I warranty. Show him the books.
'Tis well, and I have met a gentleman hath promised me to help me to another. A fine musician to instruct our mistress. So shall I no whit be behind in duty to fair Bianca, so beloved of me.
Beloved of me, and that my deeds shall prove.
Gremio, 'tis now no time to vent our love. Listen to me, and if you speak me fair, I'll tell you news indifferent good for either. Here's a man whom by chance I met, will undertake to woo cursed Katherina, yea, and to marry her, if her dowry please.
So said, so done as well. Hortensio, have you told him all her faults?
I know she is an irksome, brawling scold. If that be all, masters, I see no harm.
Oh, sir, such a life with such a wife were strange. But if you have a stomach to it in God's name, you shall have me assisting you in all. But will you woo this wildcat?
Will I live?
Will he woo her? Aye, or I'll hang her.
Peace, sirrah! Why came I hither but to that intent? Think you can little daunt mine ears with these words? Have I not, in my time, heard lions roar? Have I not heard the sea puffed with winds, rage like an angry boar chafed with sweat? Have I not heard great ordnance in the field, and heaven's artillery in the sky? Have I not, in pitched battle, heard loud alarms, neighing steeds, and trumpets clang? And you tell me of a woman's tongue. That gives no great half a blow to hear, as will a chestnut in a farmer's fire. Tush, tush, fear boys with bugs.
For he fears none.
Hortensio, hark, he'll do.
Gentlemen, God save you. If I may be bold, tell me, I beseech you, which is the readiest way to the house of Signor Baptista Minola?
He that has the two fair daughters, isn't he, you mean?
Even he, Biandello.
Hark you, sir. You mean not her, too?
Perhaps him and her, sir.
Not her that chides at any hand, I pray.
I love no chiders, sir. Bianca, let's away.
Well begun, Tranio.
Sir, a word ere you go. Are you a suitor to the maid you talk of, yea or no?
And if I be, sir, is it any offense?
No, if without more words you will get you hence.
Why, sir, tell me, are not the streets as free for me as for you?
But so is not she.
For what reason, I beseech you?
For this reason, if you'll know,
That she's the choice love of Senor Gremio!
Softly, my masters! If you be gentlemen, do me this right, hear me with patience. Baptista is a noble gentleman, to whom my father is not all unknown. And were his daughter fairer than she is, she may more suitors have, and me for one. Fair Leda's daughter had 1,000 wooers, and well one more may fair Bianca have. And so she shall. Lucentio shall make her one, though Paris came and hoped to speed alone.
what? This gentleman will outtalk us all.
Give him heed, sir. I know he'll prove a jade.
Hortensio, to what end are all these words?
Sir, let me be so bold as ask you, did you yet ever see Baptista's daughter?
No, sir, but here I do that he hath two. One is famous for a scolding tongue, as is the other for a beauteous modesty.
Sir, the first is for me. Let her go by.
Yea, leave that labor to great Hercules.
Sirs, understand me this in sooth. The younger daughter, whom you hearken for, her father keeps from all access of suitors, and will not see her to any man until the elder daughter first be wed. The younger daughter is then free, and not before.
If it be so, sir, that you are the man must stead us all, and me amongst the rest. And if you do the ice, and break the ice, and do this feat, achieve the elder, set the younger free.
Sir, you say well, and well you do conceive. And since you profess to be a suitor, you must, as we do, gratify this gentleman, to whom we rest generally beholding.
Sir, I shall not be slack. Please, may we contrive this afternoon, and quaff carouses to our mistress's health. Strive mightily, but eat and drink as friends.
Oh, excellent motion.
I second.
Fellows, let's be gone.
The motion's good indeed, and be it so. Petruchio, I shall be your benvenuto.
Exunt!
At Baptista's house!
Good sister, wrong me not, nor wrong yourself, to make a bondmaid and a slave of me.
Of all thy suitors here, I charge thee, tell whom thou lovest best. See thou dissemble not.
Believe me, sister, of all the men alive, I have never yet beheld that special face which I could fancy more than any other.
Minion! Thou liest! Is it not Hortensio?
If you affect him, sister, here I swear I'll plead for you myself, but you shall have him.
Oh, then, belike you fancy riches more. You'll have Gremio to keep you fair.
Is it for him you do envy me so? Nay, then you jest, and now I well perceive that you have but jested with me all this while. I prithee, Sister Kate, untie my hands.
If that be jest, then all the rest was so.
Bianca, stand aside. Poor girl, she weeps. Go ply thy needle, meddle not with her. For shame, thou helding of a devilish spirit. Why dost thou wrong her that did ne'er wrong thee? When did she ever cross thee with a bitter word?
Her silence flouts me, and I'll be revenged.
What? In my sight? Bianca, get thee gone.
What? Will you not suffer me? Oh,
Kate.
nay. Now I see. She is your treasure. She must have a husband. I must dance barefoot on her wedding day.
Kate.
And for your love to her lead apes in hell.
Katherina.
But not to me. I will go sit and weep till I can find occasion of revenge.
Was ever a gentleman thus grieved as I?
Enter Petruchio! And guests.
Good morrow, neighbor Baptista.
Good morrow, neighbor Gremio. God save you, gentlemen.
And you are wonderful. Pray you not have a daughter called Katherina, fair and virtuous.
I have a daughter, sir, called Katherina.
You are too blunt. Go to it orderly.
You wrong me, Signor Gremio, give me leave. I am a gentleman of Verona, sir, that hearing of her beauty and her wit, her affability and bashful modesty, her wondrous qualities and mild behavior, am bold to show myself a forward guest within your house to make thine eyes the witness of the report which I oft have heard. And, as an entrance to mine entertainment, I do present to you a man of mine. Cunning in music and mathematics, to instruct her fully in those sciences, whereof I know she is not ignorant, except of him, or you do me wrong. His name is Licio, born in Mantua.
You are welcome, sir, and he for your sake. But for my daughter Katherina, this I know, she is not your turn, the more my grief.
I see you do not mean to part with her, or you do not like of my company.
Mistake me not, sir, I speak but as I find. Whence are you, sir? What may I call your name?
Petruchio is the name, Antonio's son, a man well known throughout all of Italy.
I know him well. You are welcome, sir.
Saving your tale, Petruchio, I pray, let us set our poor petitioner speak too. Neighbor, this is a gift very grateful, I am sure of it. To express the like kindness myself, that hath been more kindly beholding to you than any, freely give unto you this young scholar.
Good morrow.
That hath long been studying at Reims, as cunning in Greek, Latin, and other languages, as the other in music and mathematics. His name is Cambio. Pray, accept his service.
1,000 thanks, Signor Gremio. Welcome, good Cambio. But, sir, methinks you walk like a stranger. May I be so bold to know the cause of your coming?
Pardon me, sir, the boldness is mine own, that, being a stranger in this city here, do make myself a suitor to your daughter, unto Bianca, fair and virtuous. Nor is your firm resolve unknown to me in the preferment of the eldest sister. This liberty is all that I request, that, upon knowledge of my parentage, I may have welcome amongst the rest that woo, and free access and favor as the rest. And, toward the education of your daughters, I hereby bestow this simple instrument, and this small packet of Greek and Latin books. If you accept of them, sir, then the worth is great.
Lucentio is your name. Of whence, I pray?
Of Pisa, sir, son to Vincentio.
A mighty man of Pisa by report. I know him very well. You are very welcome. Take you the lute, and you the set of books. You shall see your pupils presently. Hollow within. You ran, sir! Sirrah, lead these gentlemen to my daughters. Tell them these are their tutors. Bid them use them well.
Follow me, good sirs!
We will walk.
Good day to you, sir!
We will walk a little in the orchard, and then to dinner, and so I pray you all think yourselves welcome.
Signor Baptista, my business asketh haste, and every day I cannot come to woo. You knew my father, and in him me, left solely heir to all his lands and goods, which I have bettered rather than decreased. So tell me, if I do get your daughter's love, what dowry shall I have her to wife?
Well, after my death, the one half of my lands, and in possession, 20,000 crowns.
And for that dowry I shall assure her of her widowhead, be that she survive me. Let specialities be therefore drawn between us, and covenants kept on either hand.
Well, when the special thing is well obtained, that is... her love.
Oh, that is not a problem, for I tell you, Father, when two raging fires meet, they do consume the thing that feeds their fury. Though little fire grows great, with little wind, great gusts will blow out fire and all. So I to her, and she yields to me, for I am rough, and woo not like a babe.
Ha! Ha! Well, mayst thou woo, and happy be thy speed, but be thou armed for some unhappy word.
Aye, to that proof, as mountains are to winds, they shake not, though they blow perpetually.
How now, my friend? Why dost thou look so pale?
For fear, I promise you, if I look pale.
Will my daughter not prove a good musician?
I think she'll sooner prove a soldier. Iron may hold her, but never lutes.
Then thou canst break her to the lute?
Why no, for she hath broke the lute to me. I did but tell her she mistook her frets, and bowed her hand to teach her the fingerings, when with the most impatient devilish spirit, frets call you these, quoth she, I'll fume with them. And with that word, she struck me on the head, and through the instrument my pate made way. She's a monster!
Ah, by the world, it is a lusty wench. I love her 10 times more than I ever did. Oh, how I long to have some chat with her.
Thank you, sir.
Well, go with me, and be not so discomforted. Proceed and practice with my younger daughter. She's apt to learn and thankful for good turns. Signor Petruchio, will you go with us, or shall I send my daughter Kate to you?
I pray you do. I shall attend her. Exit Grumio. Sorry. I shall attend her here, and woo her with some spirit when she comes. Say that she rail. Why then I'll tell her plain, she sings as sweetly as a nightingale. Say that she frown. Why then I'll tell her she looks as fresh as morning roses newly washed with dew. Say that she be mute, and will not speak a word. Why then I'll commend her volubility, and say she uttereth piercing eloquence. If she do bid me pack, I will give her thanks as if she bid stay by me a week. And if she deny to wed, then I will crave the day when I will ask the banes and win be married. But here she comes, and now, Petruchio, speak. Good morrow, Kate, for that is your name, I hear.
Well, have you heard? But something hard of hearing. They call me Katherina that do talk of me.
You lie, in faith, for you are called plain Kate, and bonny Kate, and sometimes Kate, the curse. But Kate, the prettiest Kate in Christendom, Kate of Kate Hall, my super dainty Kate, for daintiness are all Kates, and therefore take this of me, Kate of my consolation. Hearing thy mildness praised in every town, thy virtue spoke of and thy beauty sounded, yet not so deeply as to thee belongs myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved? In good time. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew you at the first. You were immovable.
Why? What's a movable?
A joined stool.
Thou hast hit it! Come, sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
Oh, no such jade as you with me, you mean.
Alas, good Kate, I will not burden thee for knowing thee to be young and light.
Too light for such a swain as you to catch, and yet as heavy as my weight should be.
Should buzz.
Well ta'en and like a buzzard.
Oh, slow-winged turtle, shall a buzzard take thee?
I for a turtle as he takes a buzzard.
Come, you wasp, in faith you are too angry.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting.
My remedy is then to pluck it out.
I, if the fool could find it where it lies.
Who knows now where a wasp does wear his sting? In his tail.
In his tongue.
Whose tongue?
Yours if you talk of tails. And so farewell.
What? With my tongue in your tail? Nay, come, sweet Kate. I am a gentleman.
That I'll try.
Oh. I swear I will cuff you if you strike again.
Oh. So may you lose your arms. If you strike me, you are no gentleman. And if no gentleman, then no arms.
A herald, Kate, will put me in thy books.
Oh, what is your crest, a coxcomb?
A combless cock, so Kate will be my head.
No cock of mine, you crow too like a craven.
No, come, Kate, come, you must not look so sour.
It is my fashion when I see a crab.
Why, here is no crab, and therefore look not sour.
There is.
Then show it me.
Had I a glass, I would.
What, do you mean my face?
Well aimed of such a young one.
Now, by St. George, I am too young for you.
Yet you are withered.
Just with cares.
I care not.
Nay, Kate, in sooth, you scape not so.
I chafe you if I tarry. Oh, let me go!
Oh. not a whit. 'Twas told me you were rough, coy, and sullen. But now I find the report a very liar, for thou art pleasant, gamesome, and passing courteous, yet slow in speech, yet sweet as springtime flowers. Thou canst not frown, thou canst not look askance, nor bite the lip as angry wenches will, but with gentle conference entertains thy wooers, soft and affable. Why does thou report that Kate doth limp? O slanderous world, Kate, like the hazel twig is straight, and slender as hazelnuts, and sweeter than the kernels. Let me see thy walk, thou hast not hold.
Oh, go, fool, in whom thou keepest command.
Did ever Diane so become a grove?
Where did
As
you...
Kate her chamber and a princely gate.
Where
Let
did-
her be Diane, and let her be Kate.
Where
And let
did-
Kate be chaste and Diane sportful.
Where did you study all this goodly speech?
It is extempore from my mother wit.
Ah, a witty mother. Witless else her son.
Am I not wise?
Yes, keep you warm.
Marry, so I mean, sweet Katherina, in thy bed, and thus setting all this chat aside, set in plain terms, your father hath consented, that will you, nill you, Kate, I will marry you. Now, Kate, I am a husband for your turn, for by this light, where I see thy beauty that doth make thee well, you must be married to no man but me, for I am he that is born to tame you, Kate, and bring you from a wild Kate, to a Kate conformable as other household Kates. Here comes your father. Never make denial. I must and will have you, Katherina, to be my wife.
Signor Petruchio, how speed you with my daughter?
How it well, gentlemen. It should be impossible I should speed amiss.
How now, daughter Katherina, in your dumps?
Call you me daughter? Well, you have shown a tender fatherly regard to wish me wed to a one-hem lunatic. A madcap ruffian and a swearing jack that thinks with oaths to face the matter out.
Father, 'tis thus. Father, 'tis thus. You and all the world that have talked of her have talked amiss of her. For she is not forward, but modest as a dove. She is not hot, but temperate as the morn. And we have agreed so well together that upon Sunday is the wedding day.
I'll see thee hanged on Sunday first.
Hark, Petruchio, she says she'll see thee hanged first.
Thank you, Gremio.
Is this your speeding? Nay, then good night our part.
Be patient, gentlemen. I choose her for myself. If she and I be pleased, what is that to you? 'Tis bargain twixt us twain being alone, that she shall still be cursed in company. I tell you, 'tis incredible to believe how much she loves me. Oh, the kindest Kate, she hung about my neck, and on kiss, she vied so fast, protesting oath on oath, that in a twink she won me for her love. Oh, you are novices, 'tis a world to see how tame when men and women are alone. Give me thy hand, Kate. I will unto Venice and buy apparel against the wedding day. Bid the guest, father, and provide the feast. I'll be sure my Katherina will be fine.
I know not what to say, but give me your hands. God send you joy, said Petruchio. 'Tis a match.
Amen, say we.
We will be witnesses.
Father, wife, gentlemen adieu. I will unto Venice Sunday come apace. We will have rings and things and fine array, and kiss me, Kate. We will be married on Sunday. Exit Petruchio.
Faith, gentlemen, now I play a merchant's part and venture madly on a desperate march.
But now, Baptista, as to your younger daughter, now is the day we have long looked for. I am your neighbor and was suitor first.
And I am the one that loves Bianca more than words can witness, or your thoughts can guess.
Youngling, thou canst not love so dear as I.
Greybeard, that love is frozen, let it go.
Let it go.
I can't hold it back anymore.
Skipper, stand back, 'tis age that nourisheth.
But youth in ladies' eyes that flourisheth.
Gentlemen, content ye. I will compound this strife. 'Tis deeds must win the prize, and he of both that can show my daughter greatest dower shall have my Bianca's love. Signor Gremio, what can you assure her?
First, as you know, my house within the city is richly furnished with plate and gold, basins and ewers to lave her dainty hands. My hangings all of Tyrian tapestry. In ivory coffers I have stuffed my crowns. In cypress chests my arras counterpoints. Costly apparel, tents, and canopies. Fine linen, turkey cushion bossed with pearl. Valance of Venice, golden needlework. Pewter and brass in all things that belong to house or housekeeping. Then at my farm I have 100 milchkin to the pail. 60 fat oxen standing in my stalls, and all things answerable to this portion. Myself am struck in years, I must confess, and if I die tomorrow, this is hers. If whilst I live, she will be only mine.
That only came well in. Sir, listen to me. I am my father's heir and only son. If you let your daughter to be my wife, I'll leave her houses, 3 or 4 as good, in rich Pisa walls, as any old Signor Gremio has in Padua, besides 2,000 ducats by the year of fruitful land, all which shall be her jointure. What, have I pinched you, Signor Gremio?
2,000 ducats by the year of land? My land amounts to not so much in all. Nay, I have offered all, I have no more, and she can have no more than all I have. If you like me, she shall have me and mine.
Why, then the maid is mine from all the world. By your firm promise, Gremio is outvied.
I must confess, your offer is best. And let your father make her this assurance, she is your own. Else, you must pardon me. If you should die before him, where's her dower?
'Tis but a cavil. He is old, I young.
And may not young men die as well as old?
Gentlemen, I am resolved. On Sunday, next you know, my daughter Katherina is to be married. Now, on Sunday following, shall Bianca be bride to you, if you this assurance. If not, Signor Gremio. And so I take my leave, and thank you both.
Adieu, good neighbor. Now I fear thee not, sirrah, young gamester. Your father were a fool to give thee all, and in his waning age set foot under thy table? Tut, a toy. An old Italian fox is not so kind, boy.
A vengeance on your crafty withered hide. Yet I faced it with a card of 10. 'Tis in my mind to do my master good. I see no reason but supposed Lucentio must get a father called supposed Vincentio. And that's a wonder. Fathers do usually get their children. But in this case of wooing, a child shall get a sire if I fail not of my cunning.
At Baptista's house.
The night is young and you're so beautiful here among the shadows, beautiful lady.
Fiddler, forbear! You grow too forward, sir. Or have you soon forgotten the entertainment her sister Katherina welcomed you withal?
But, wrangling pedant, this is the patroness of heavenly harmony, and when in music we have spent an hour, your lecture shall have leisure for as much.
Preposterous ass that never read so far as to understand why the cause of music was ordained. Was it not to refresh the mind of man after his studies of usual pain? Then give me leave to read my philosophy, and while I pause, serve in your harmony.
Why, gentlemen, you do me double wrong to strive for that which resteth in my choice. For I am no breaching scholar in the schools. I'll not be tied to hours nor pointed times, but learn my lessons as I please myself. And to cut off all strife, here we sit down. Take you your instruments and play you the whiles. His lecture will be done ere you have tuned.
You'll leave his lecture when I am in tune.
That will be never. Tune your instrument.
Where left we last?
Here, madam. Hic ibit simois, hic est sigea talus, hic steterat priami regea celsa senis.
Construe then?
Oh. Hic ibit, as I told you before, simois, I am Lucentio. Hic est son unto Vincentio of Pisa, sigea talus, disguised as such to get your love. Hic steterat priami regea celsa senis. Hic steterat, and that man that comes a-wooing, Lucentio, priami, is my man Tranio, regea, bearing my port, celsa senis, that we might beguile that old pantaloon
Madam, my instruments in tune.
Let's hear. Oh, fie, the treble jars.
Spit in the hole, man, and tune that again.
Now let me see if I can construe it. Hic ibit simois, I know you not. Hic est sigea telus, I trust you not. Hic setetrat priami, take heed, he hear us not. Regia, presume not. Celsa senis, despair not.
Madam, 'tis now in tune.
All but the bass.
The bass is right. 'Tis the bass knave that jars. How fiery and forward our pedant is. Now for my life the knave doth court my love. Pedescule, I'll watch you better yet.
In time I may believe, yet I mistrust.
Mistrust it not.
But let it rest. And now, Licio, to you. Good masters, take it not unkindly. Pray that I have been thus pleasant with you both.
Mistress! Your father prays you leave your books and help to dress your sister's chamber up. You know tomorrow is the wedding day.
Farewell, sweet masters both. I must be gone.
Faith, mistress. Then I have no cause to stay.
But I have cause to pry into this pedant. Methinks he looks as though he were in love.
Petruchio of yours.
I pray, sir, he will come.
You sure?
Yes.
You did tell him this was the correct church, right?
Yes, he will come.
Is this the bride?
Yes. I pray, sir, he will... sir... Signor Lucentio, is this not the point today that Katherina and Petruchio are to be married, and yet we hear not of our son-in-law? What says Lucentio to this shame of ours?
No shame but mine. I must forsooth be forced to give my hand opposed against my heart, unto a mad brain Rudesby full of spleen, who wooed in haste and means to wed at leisure. I told you he was a frantic fool, hiding his bitter jests and blunt behavior. And to be noted for a merry man, he'll woo 1,000 point the day of marriage, make feasts, invite friends, and proclaim the banns, yet never means to wed where he hath wooed. Now must the world point at poor Katherina and say, Lo, there is mad Petruchio's wife. If it would please him, come and marry her.
Patience, good Katherina, and Baptista too. Upon my life, Petruchio means but well. Whatever fortune stays him from his word, though he be blunt, I know him to be passing wise, yet withal he's honest.
Would Katherina had never seen him, though.
Go, girl. I cannot blame her to weep.
Master, such news you never heard of.
Sirrah, there is but no time for news.
Why, it is not news here Petruchio's coming?
Is he come?
Why, no, sir.
What then?
He is coming.
When will he be here?
When he stands here where I am and sees you there.
But say, what to thine old news?
Why, Petruchio is coming in a new hat and an old jerkin, pair of old breeches thrice turned, pair of boots that have been candle cases, one buckled, another laced, and an old rusty sword taken out of the town armory with a broken hilt and chapless.
Who comes with him?
Oh, sir, his lackey, for all the world comparison, like the horse, as well a very monster in apparel.
I am glad he comes, howsoever he comes.
Why, sir, he comes not.
Didst thou say he comes?
Who? That Petruchio came?
Aye, that Petruchio came.
No, sir. I say his horse comes with him on his back.
Why, that's all one!
Nay, by St. Jamie's, I hold you a penny. A horse and a man is more than one, yet not many.
Yo, DJ, hit that beat! Introducing the man, the myth, the legend, the Tutors!
Get out of here.
Come! Where be these gallants? Who's at home?
You are welcome, sir.
And yet I come not well.
Not so well apparelled as I wish you were.
Were it better I should rush in thus. But where's Kate? Where's my lovely bride? How does my father? Gentles, methinks you frown and whereof stare this goodly company as if you've seen some wondrous comet, some unusual prodigy.
Why, sir, you know this is your wedding day.
Yes,
First, we were sad, fearing you would not come. Now sadder that you come so unprovided. Fie! Doff this habit.
no.
A shame to your state, and I saw to a solemn festival.
And tells us, what occasion of import hath thou so long detained you from your wife, and sent you hither so unlike yourself?
Tedious it were to tell and harsher to hear. Sufficeth, I come to see I come now. But where's Kate? Where's my lovely bride? I stayed too long from her. The morning wears, and 'tis time we are at church.
See not your bride in these unreverent robes. Please go to my chambers.
Not-
Put on clothes of mine.
No, not I. Believe me. Thus, I'll visit her.
But thus, I trust, you will not marry her.
Good sooth, even thus. Therefore have done with your words. To me, she is married, not to my clothes, which I could change what she will wear in me, and repair these poor accoutrements. It is better for Kate, and better for myself. But I'm a fool to chat with you, when I should bid good morrow to my bride, and seal the title with a lovely kiss. Exit, Petruchio.
He had some meaning in this man attire. We will persuade him, be it possible, to put on better ere he go to church.
How after and see the event of this?
Master, I am to get a man, whate'er he be, it skills not much. We'll fit him to our turn, and he shall be Vincentio of Pisa, and make assurance here in Padua of greater sums than I have promised. So shall you quietly enjoy your hope, and marry sweet Bianca with consent. Yes, yes, yes!
Were it not for my fellow schoolmaster, though, doth watch mine and Bianca's steps so narrowly, 'twere good methinks to steal our marriage, which, once performed, let all of the world say no. I will keep mine own, despite all of the world.
That by degrees we mean to look into, and watch our advantages in this business. We'll reach over the gray-beard Gremio, the narrow-prying father Manola, the quaint musician amorous Licio, all for my master's sake, Lucentio. Ah, Signor Gremio, came you from the church?
As willingly as ever, I came from school.
And is the bride and bridegroom coming home?
A bridegroom, say you? 'Tis a groom indeed, a grumbling groom, and that the girl shall find.
Curster than she? Why, 'tis impossible.
Why, he's a devil, a very fiend.
And she's a devil, the devil's dam.
But she's a lamb, a dove, a fool to him. I'll tell you, Sir Lucentio, when the priest should ask if Katherina should be his wife, I, by Goggins, quoth he, and swore so loud that all amazed the priest let fall the book. And as he stooped to take it up again, the mad-brained bridegroom took him such a cuff that down fell priest and book and priest. Now take them up, quoth he, if any list.
And what said the wench when he rose again?
Trembled and shook, for why he stamped and swore as if the vicar meant to cozen him. And after many ceremonies done, he calls for wine. A health, quoth he, as if he had been aboard, carousing to his mates, quaffed off the muscadel, and threw the sops all in the sexton's face, having no other reason but that his beard grew thin and hungerly. and seemed to ask him sops as he was drinking. This done, he took the bride about the neck and kissed her lips with such a clamorous smack that at the parting all the church did echo. And I, seeing this, came thence for very shame. And after me I know the rout is coming. Such a mad marriage never was before. Hark, hark, I hear the minstrels playing.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Petruchio! Father and sister of the bride, Baptista and Bianca! And everyone else!
Gentlemen and friends, I thank you for your pains, and I know you have prepared great store of wedding cheer. But so it is, my haste doth call me hence, and here I mean to take my leave.
What?
Is't possible you will away tonight?
I must away today before tonight comes. Make it no wonder if you knew my business, you would rather entreat me go than stay. Honest company, I thank you, give away myself a more virtuous, kind, and loving a wife. Dine with thy father, drink a health to me, for I must hence, and farewell to you all.
Let us entreat you stay till after dinner.
It may not be.
Let me entreat you.
It cannot be.
Let me entreat you.
I am content.
Are you content to stay?
I am content you shall entreat me stay, nor not stay. Entreat me how you can.
Now, if you love me, stay.
Grumio, my horse.
Aye, sir, they be ready. The oats have eaten the horses.
Nay then, do what thou canst. I will not go today, no, nor tomorrow, not till I please myself. The door is open, sir, there lies your way. You may be jogging while your boots are green, but for me, I'll not be gone till I please myself. 'Tis like you'll prove a jolly surly groom, that take it on you at the first so roundly.
Content thee, Kate, prithee be not angry.
I will be angry. What hast thou to do? Father, be quiet. He shall stay my leisure.
Aye, marry, sir. Now it begins to work.
Gentlemen, forward to the bridal dinner. I see a woman could be made a fool if she had not a spirit to resist.
They shall go forward, Katherina, at thy command. Go, you that attend her, revel and domineer, carouse full measure to her maidenhead. Be mad and merry, or go hang yourselves. But Kate, she must with me. No, do not look long, nor fret, nor stamp. I will be master of what is mine own, for she is my goods, my house, my household stuff, my barn, my field, my ass. Oh, and here she stands before you. I will bring mine action down on the proudest he that stops my way to Padua. Grumio, draw forth thy weapon. We are beset with thieves. Rescue thy mistress if thou be a man. Fear not, sweet wench. I will protect thee. I'll buckler thee against 1,000,000. Exit, Petruchio.
Of all mad matches, never was the like.
Tell me, mistress, what is your opinion of your sister?
That being mad herself, she's madly mated.
I warrant him, Petruchio is cated.
Neighbors and friends, the bride and bridegroom want for to supply the places at the table. You know, there wants no junkets at the feast. Lucentio, you shall supply the bridegroom's place, and let Bianca take her sister's room.
And shall sweet Bianca practice how to bride it?
She shall, Lucentio. Gentlemen, let's go.
At Petruchio's house.
Fire all tired jades, on all mad masters, and fire all foul ways. Was ever man so beaten? Was ever man so rayed? Was ever a man so weary?
Thank you. I am sent before to make a fire, and they are to come after to warm them. My lips freeze to my teeth, my tongue to the roof of my mouth, my heart in my belly. I could see my breath. It worked outside. Hello, Curtis. Come forth.
Who is it that calls so coldly?
A piece of ice. If thou doubt it, thou mayest slide from my shoulder to my heel with no greater a run but my head and my neck. A fire, good Curtis.
Is my master and his wife coming, good Grumio?
Oh, I am therefore fire. Cast on no water.
Is she so hot a shrew as she's reported?
She was, good Curtis, before this frost. But thou knowest winter tames man, woman, and beast. For to tame my old master, my new mistress, and myself, fellow Curtis. Where's the cook? Is supper ready? And everything in order?
All ready, and therefore I pray thee news.
First know, my horse is tired. My master and mistress fallen out.
How?
Out of their saddles and into the dirt. And thereby hangs a tale.
Let's hear it, good Grumio.
Lend thine ear.
Here.
There.
'Tis the feel a tale, not hear it.
And therefore 'tis called a sensible tale. And this cup was but to knock at your ear and beseech listening. Now, I begin. Thou shouldst have heard how her horse fell, and she under the horse. Thou shouldst have heard in how miry a place, how she was bemoiled, how we left her with the horse upon her, how he beat me because her horse stumbled, how she waded through the dirt to pluck him off me, how we swore, how she prayed that never prayed before, how I cried, how the horses ran away.
By this reckoning, he sounds more shrewd than she.
Oh, aye, and that the proudest of you all shall find when he gets home. Where are my boys? Call forth Nathaniel, Joseph, Sugar Shop, Billy Jean, Billy Joe Jackson, Billy Joel,
and the rest.
Call them forth.
Do you hear, ho? Come greet my master and his new mistress.
Welcome home, Grumio!
What's up, Grumio?
Hello, Grumio.
What ho, Grumio? Oh. What ho, Grumio? No.
Over there.
What ho, Grumio?
This way. Welcome, you. How now, you? What, you? You.
Oh.
And thus much for greeting. Now, my spruce companions, is all things ready and all things neat?
All things is ready. How near is our master?
E'en at hand, and enlightened by this, be not cocks, passions, silence! I hear my master. Where be these knaves?
Come, Kate, relax.
What? No man at door to hold my stirrup nor to take my horse.
Where's Nathaniel?
Here, sir.
Gregory.
Here,
Philip.
sir. Here, sir. What ho, Grumio?
No.
Here, sir. Here, sir. Here, sir. You logger-headed, unpolished grooms. What? No attendance, no regard, and no duty. Where's the foolish knave I sent before?
Here, sir. As foolish as I was before.
You peasant swain. You whoreson villain, did I not bid thee to meet me in the park and bring along the rascal knaves with thee?
Nathaniel's coat, sir, was not fully made.
What?
There was no link to color in Joseph's hat. And Philip's dagger was not come from sheathing. The rest were ragged, old, and beggarly.
Never.
Yet, here as they are, here they come to meet you.
So sorry.
Go, rascals. Go and fetch my supper in.
Why does he always have to push people?
Where is the life that late I led? Oh, come, Kate. Be welcome. Sit. Sound. Kate, what are you doing on the floor? Come. And eat. Out with my boots, you rogues. It was the friar of orders gray. Out, you rogue, you pluck my foot awry.
Sorry, sir.
Take that and mend the plucking off the other. Be welcome, Kate. Where's my spaniel Romeo? Go get a tent and bring my cousin Hamlet to come hither. One that you must kiss, Kate. Can I have some water, please? Oh, Kate, sit and be welcome.
I said some water. Come, Kate, and wash.
Okay.
Oh!
You whoreson villain! Will you let it fall?
Patience, I pray you. 'Twas a fault unwilling.
A whoreson flappier knave, Kate. But come, eat. I know you have a stomach. What is this? Mutton?
Aye.
Who brought it?
Not I.
'Tis burnt, and so is all the meat. What dogs are these? Where's the rascal cook? How durst you, villains, bring it from the dresser and love it not? Therefore, take it you. Clutches, cups, and all.
Sorry,
Go! What, do you grumble? I'll be with you straight.
I pray you, husband, be not so disquiet. The meat was well if you were so contented.
I tell thee, Kate was burnt and dried away, and I am expressively forbid to touch it, for it endangers choler and planteth anger. And 'twere better that both of us did fast. But come, I will bring thee to thy bridal chamber. Thus have I politically begun my table. Thus have I politically begun my reign, and 'tis my hope to end successfully. She eat no meat, nor shall she eat. Last night she slept not, nor tonight she shall not. As with the meat, I'll find some undeserved fault with the making of the bed, and there I'll throw a bolster. This way, a pillow. That way with the covers, and away with the mattress. All is done in reverent care of her, and if she do not, I will rail and brawl as best I may, and she will keep all night awake. He who knows better how to tame a shrew, please speak. 'Tis charity to show. I thought not. Exit Petruchio.
We are now at Baptista's house.
Is it possible, friend Licio, that Mistress Bianca doth fancy any other but Lucentio? I tell you, sir, she bears me fair in hand.
Sir, to satisfy you in what I have said, stand by and mark the manner of his teaching.
Now, mistress, profit in what you read.
What, master, read you? First resolve me that.
I read that I profess the art of love.
And that you may prove, sir, master of your art.
While you, my sweet dear, prove mistress of my heart.
Quick proceeders, marry. Now tell me, I pray, you that durst swear at your mistress Bianca loved none so well in the world as Lucentio.
No despiteful love, unconstant womankind, I tell thee, Licio, this is wonderful. I mean, this is terrible.
Mistake no more. I am not Licio, nor a musician as I seem to be, but one that scorned to live in this disguise. Know, sir, that I am called Hortensio.
Signor Hortensio, I have often heard of your entire affection to Bianca, and since mine eyes are witness to her lightness, I will with you, if you be so content, forswear Bianca and her love forever.
See how they kiss in court. Senor Lucentio, here is my hand, and here I firmly vow never to woo her no more, but do forswear her.
And here I take the unfeigned oath, never to marry her though she would entreat. Fie on her, see how beastly she doth court him.
Would all the world but he had quite forsworn. From me, that I may surely keep mine oath, I shall be married to a wealthy widow ere 3 days pass, which hath as long loved me as I have loved this proud, disdainful haggard. And so farewell, Senor Lucentio. Kindness in women, not their beauteous looks, shall win my love. And so I take my leave. You had your chance for all of this.
Mistress Bianca, bless you with such grace. Nay, I have ta'en you napping, gentle love, and have forsworn you with Hortensio.
Tranio, you jest, but have you both forsworn me?
Mistress, we have.
Then we are rid of Licio.
In faith, I'll have a lusty widow now, which shall be wood and wedded in a day.
God, give him joy.
Aye, and he'll tame her.
He says so, Tranio.
Faith, he has gone to the taming school.
The taming school? What? Is there such a place?
Aye, mistress, and Petruchio is the master.
Oh, master, I've watched so long that I'm dog weary. Oh, but at last I spied an ancient angel coming down the hill will serve the turn.
What is he, Bianca?
Master, a mercatante or a pedant, I know not what, but format in apparel, in gait, in countenance, surely like a father.
Oh, and what of him, Tranio?
If he be credulous and trust my tale, I'll make him glad to see Vincentio, and make assurance to Baptista as if he were the right Vincentio. Take in your love, and then let me alone. God save you, sir!
And you, sir?
Travel you far on, or are you at the farthest?
Sir, at the farthest for a week or two, but then up farther and as far as Rome, and so to Tripoli, if God lend me life.
Of what countrymen, I pray?
Of Mantua.
'Tis death for anyone in Mantua to come to Padua. Know you not the cause? Your ships are stayed at Venice, and the Duke, for private quarrel twixt your Duke and him, hath published and proclaimed it openly. 'Tis marvel, but that you are but newly come, you might have heard it else proclaimed about. Well, sir, to do you courtesy, this will I do, and this I will advise you. But first, sir, tell me, have you ever been at Pisa?
Aye, sir, in Pisa have I often been. Pisa renowned for grave citizens.
Among them, know you one Vincentio?
I know him not, but I have heard of him. A merchant of incomparable wealth.
'Tis my father, and, sooth to say, in countenance, somewhat doth resemble you. To save your life in this extremity, this favor will I do you for his sake. And think it not the worst of any of your fortunes that you are like to Sir Vincentio. His name and his credit shall you undertake, and in my house shall you be friendly lodged. Look that you take upon you as you should. You understand me, sir? So shall you stay till you have completed your business here in the city. If this be courtesy, sir, accept of it.
Oh, sir, I do, and will repute you ever the patron of my life and liberty.
Then go with me to make the matter good. This, by the way, I let you understand. My father is here looked for every day to pass assurance of a dower in marriage twixt me and one Baptista's daughter here. In all these circumstances, I'll instruct you. Go with me to clothe you as becomes you.
Forsooth, I dare not for my life.
The more am I wrong, the more his spite appears. What? Did he marry me to famish me? Beggars that come unto my father's door upon entreaty have present aims. If not, elsewhere they meet with charity. But I, who never knew how to entreat, nor never needed that I should entreat, am starved for meat, giddy for lack of sleep, with oaths kept waking and with brawling fed. And that which spites me more than all these wants, he does under the name of perfect love? Ooh. As who should say if I should sleep or eat? 'Twere deadly sickness or else present death. I pray thee go and get me some repast. I care not what, so it be wholesome food.
How say you to a neat's foot?
Oh, 'tis passing good. I pray thee let me have it.
I fear 'tis too chlorica meat. How say you to a fat tripe, finely broiled?
Shabang!
Oh, I like it well, good Gremio. Fetch it me.
I cannot tell. I fear 'tis undercooked. How say you to a piece of beef and mustard?
A dish that I do love to feed upon.
Aye, but the mustard is too hot a little.
Why then, the beef, and let the mustard rest.
Nay, then I will not. You shall have the mustard, or you will get no beef of Grumio.
Nor fillet. Then both, or one, or anything thou wilt.
Why then, the mustard without the beef.
Oh, go get thee gone, thou false deluding slave, that feeds me with the very name of meat. Sorrow am thee and all the pack of of you that triumph thus upon my misery. Go, get thee gone, I say.
Enter Petruchio.
She's in a mood.
Petruchio. O Kate, eat apace. And now, my honey love, we will unto thy fathers and revel it as bravely as the best, with silken coats, caps and golden rings, with ruffs and cuffs and farthingales and things, with amber bracelets, beads, and all this knavery. Hast thou dined? The haberdasher stays thy leisure to deck thy body with his ruffling treasure. Come, haberdasher, bring forth the cap.
Ere is the cap your worship did bespeak.
Fie, 'tis lewd and filthy and French. Why, 'tis a cockle or a walnut shell, a knack, a toy, a trick, a baby's cap. I'll have none of it hence. Give me a bigger.
I'll have no bigger. This doth fit the time, and gentlewomen wear such caps as these.
When you are gentle, you shall have one too. Not till then.
Why, sir, I trust I may have leave to speak, and speak I will. I am no child, no babe. Oh, your betters have endured me say my mind, and if you cannot best you stop your ears. My tongue will tell the anger of my heart, or else my heart concealing it will break, and rather than it shall, I will be free, even in the uttermost as I please in words.
Why, thou sayest true. It is a paltry cap, a custard coffin, a silken pie. I love thee well, knowing that thou likest not.
Love me or love me not. I like the cap, and it I will have, or I will have none.
You shall have none.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, mon chapeau. Oh, sacré bleu. Oh.
Thy gown! Why, come, tailor, let us see it. Mercy God! What masquerade stuff is this? What is this, a sleeve? 'Tis carved like a demi-cannon. What, up and down, a slish and a slash? This is a censer bar in a barber shop. What in devil's name callest thou this, tailor?
Jude bid me make it orderly and well, according to the fashion and time.
Marian did, but if thou remembered, I did not bid thee to mar it of the time. I'll have none of it hence. Make your best of it.
I never saw a better fashioned gown, more quaint, more pleasing, nor more commendable.
Gracias.
Be like you mean to make a puppet of me.
Why, true, he means to make a puppet of thee.
She says your worship means to make a puppet of her.
O monstrous arrogance, thou liest, thou thread, thou thimble, braved in mine own house. Away, thou rag, thou remnant, thou quantity, I that has marred her gown.
Your worship is deceived. The gown is made just as my master had direction. Grumio gave the order on how it should be done.
I gave him no order, I gave him the stuff.
But how did you request to have it made?
Marry, sir, with needle and thread.
But did you not request to have it cut?
Thou hast faced many things.
Yes.
Face not me.
Yes.
Thou hast braved many men.
Yes.
Brave not me.
Yes.
I will neither be faced nor braved. I say unto thee, I bid thy master cut out the gown, but I did not bid him to cut it to pieces. Ergo thou liest.
Why, here is note of fashion to testify.
Read it.
The note lies in his throat, if he say I said so.
A loose-bodied gown.
Master, if I ever said a loose-bodied gown, sew me in the skirts of it. I said a gown, my lord.
Proceed.
With a small compass cape.
I confess the cape.
With a trunk sleeve.
I confess to sleeves.
The sleeves curiously cut.
Why, there's the villainy. Well, in sooth, tailor, the gown is not for me. Grumio, see thou wilt the tailor paid. Go take it hence, and none of it more.
Tailor, I'll pay thee for
Thank
thy
you.
gown tomorrow. Take no unkindness of his hasty words. Away, I say, commend me to thy master.
Be gone.
Diablo.
Well, come, my Kate, we will unto thy fathers, and even in the honest mean habiliments. Our purses shall be proud, our garments poor, for 'tis the mind that doth make the body rich, and as the sun breaks through the darkest cloud, so honor preeth in the meanest habit, and therefore frolic. We will henceforth with to feast and sport at thy father's house. Go, call my men.
They are here.
And let us straight to him, and bring our horses unto Long Lane End. There we will mount, and thither walk on foot. I think 'tis now some 7 o'clock. I dare say we will be there by dinner time.
I dare assure you, sir, 'tis almost 2, and 'twill be supper time ere you come there.
It shall be 7 ere I go to horse. Look what I say, or think to say. You are still crossing it. Sirs, left alone, I will not be going today, and ere I do, it will be 1 o'clock, I say it is. Away. Hup! Exit, Petruchio.
Baptista's house.
Sir, this is the house. Please it you that I called?
Aye, sir. What else then but I be deceived? Signor Baptista may remember me, near 20 years ago in Genoa, where we were lodgers at the Pegasus.
'Tis well, and hold your own in any case, with such austerity as longeth to a father.
I warrant you. But, sir, here comes your boy. 'Twere good he were schooled.
Fear you not him, Sirrah Biandello. Now do your duty thoroughly, I advise you. Imagine 'twere the right Vincentio.
Tut, fear not me.
But have thy done thy errand to Baptista?
I told him that your father is at Venice, and that he looks for him this day in Padua.
Thou'rt a tall fellow. Hold thee that to drink. Ah, here comes Baptista. Set your countenance, sir. Ah, Signor Baptista, you are happily met. Sir, this is the gentleman I told you of. Now please, be good father to me now. Give me Bianca for my patrimony.
Soft son. Sir, by your leave, having come to Padua to gather in some debts, my son, Lucentio, made me acquainted with a weighty cause of love between your daughter and himself. And for the good report I hear of you, and for the love he beareth to your daughter, and she to him, to stay him not too long, I am content in a good father's care to have him matched.
Sir, pardon me in what I have to say. Your shortness and plainness please me well. And so if you stay no more than this, and pass my daughter a sufficient dower, the match is made and all is done.
Then at my lodging, and it like you, there doth my father lie, and there, this night, we'll pass the business privately and well. You send for your daughter by your servant here. My boy will fetch the scrivener presently. The worst is this, that at so slender warning you are like to have a thin and slender pittance.
It likes me well. Biandello, hie you home, and bid Bianca make her ready straight. And if you will, tell her what hath happened. Lucentio's father is arrived in Padua, and how she's like to be Lucentio's wife.
I pray the God she may with all my heart.
Dally not with the gods, but get thee gone. Come, sirs, we will better it in Pisa.
Psst, Giambio. Oh, what sayest thou, Biandello?
Baptista's daughter is to be brought by you to the supper.
Oh, and then?
The old priest of St. Luke's church is at your command at all hours.
Oh, and what of all this? And why are we still whispering?
I cannot tell. Take your assurance of her to the church. Take the priest, clerk, and some sufficient honest witnesses. If this be now you look for, I have no more to say. But bid Bianca farewell forever and a day.
Well, hearest thou, Biandello?
I cannot tarry. My master has appointed me to go to St. Luke's, to bid the priest be ready to come against you.
I may, and will, if she be so contented. She will be pleased.
Enter! Enter!
Petruchio!
What he said.
Well, come on in God's name once more towards our fathers. Oh, how bright and goodly shines the moon.
The moon? The sun? It is not moonlight now.
I say it is the moon that shines so bright.
I know it is the sun that shines so bright.
Now by my mother's son, that is myself. It shall be moon or star or what I list, or ere I journey to your father's house. Go, fetch our horses back again. Evermore crossed and crossed, nothing but crossed.
Says as he says, or we shall never go.
Forward, I pray, since we have come so far. Wait! Be it moon or sun or what you please, and if you please to call it a rush candle, henceforth I vow it shall be so for me.
I say it is the moon.
I know it is the moon.
Nay, then you lie. It is the blessed sun.
Then God be blessed, it is the blessed sun. But sun it is not when you say it is not. And the moon changes even as your mind. What you shall have it be, even that it is, and so it shall be so for Katherina.
Oh, Kate, you got it!
Petruchio, go that race. The field is won.
Wow.
Well, forward, forward. But soft, company is here. Good morrow, gentle mistress. Where away? Tell me, Kate, and tell me truly, too, hast thou beheld a fresher gentlewoman, such war of white and red within her cheeks? What stars do spangle in heaven for her beauty? Again, good day to thee. Kate, embrace her for her beauty's sake.
That's a dude.
Young, budding virgin, fair and fresh and sweet, whither away or where's thy abode? Happy the parents of so fair a child. Happier the man whom favorable stars allot thee for his lovely bedfellow.
Why, Kate, I hope thou art mad. This is a man.
That's what I said.
Old, wrinkled, and withered away, and not a maiden as thou sayest he is.
Hard and old father, for my mistaking eyes, that have been so bedazzled with the sun, or moon, that everything I look on seemeth green. Now I perceive thou art a reverend father. Pardon me for my mad mistaking.
Good old grandsire, withal make known which way thou travellest. If along with us, we shall be joyful of thy company.
Fair sir, and you, my merry mistress, that with your strange encounter much amazed me. My name is called Vincentio, my dwelling in Pisa, and bound I am to Padua, there to visit a son of mine which long I have not seen.
What is his name?
Lucentio, gentle sir.
Happily we met, and happier thy son. And now, by law as well with reverend age, I may entitle thee my loving father, the sister to my wife, this gentlewoman. Let us embrace with old Vincentio, and wander we to see thy honest son, who will by arrival will be full joyous.
But is it true? Or else is it your pleasure, like pleasant travelers, to break a jest upon the company you overtake?
I do assure thee, father, so it is.
Let us see the truth hereof. Exit Petruchio and Vincentio.
And Katherina.
And Grumio.
Baptista's house. Softly and swiftly, sir, for the priest is ready.
I fly, Bianca, but they may chance need thee at home. Therefore leave us.
Nay, faith, I'll see church on your back, and then come back to my master's as soon as I can.
Enter Petruchio and Kate.
Well, here is the door. This is Lucentio's house. My father bears more towards the marketplace. Thither must I, and here I mean to take my leave.
You should not choose but drink before you go. I think I shall command your welcome here, and, by all likelihood, some cheer is toward.
What's he that knocks as he would beat down the gate?
Is Signor Lucentio within, sir?
He's within, sir, but not to be spoken with all.
Well, what if a man bring him 100 pound or two to make merry withal?
Keep your 100 pounds to yourself. Ye shall need none so long as I live.
Nay, I told you your son was well loved throughout all of Padua. Do you hear, sir? To leave frivolous circumstance, I hope you tell Signor Lucentio that his father have come from Pisa, and is here at door to speak with him.
Thou liest. His father is come from Padua, and is here looking at you now.
Art thou his father?
Aye, sir. So his mother says, if I may believe her.
Why, this is flat knavery, to take upon another man's name.
Lay hands on the villain. I believe a means to cousin somebody in the city under my countenance.
Not me, you idiot.
I've seen them in church together. God sends them good shipping. But who is here? Mine old master Vincentio. Now we are undone and brought to nothing.
Come hither, Crackhemp.
Who are you?
Come hither, you rogue. What, have you forgotten me?
Forgot you? No, sir. I cannot forget you, for I never saw you before in my life.
What, you notorious villain?
Yes, Mary.
Didst thou never see thy master's father, Vincentio?
Yes, Mary, sir. See how he stands there.
Is it so indeed?
Oh, help! Help!
Help, son! Help, Signor Baptista!
Content thee, Kate. Let's stand aside and see an end to this controversy.
Sir, who are you that offers to beat my servant?
What am I, sir? Nay, what are you, sir? Oh, immortal gods! Oh, fine villain! Oh, I am undone! While I play the good husband at home, my son and my servant spend all at the university.
How now? What's the matter?
What? Is the man lunatic?
Sir, you seem a sober ancient gentleman by habit, but your words show you a madman. What concerns it you if I wear pearl and gold? I thank my father I'm able to maintain it.
Thy father? Oh, villain, he is a sailmaker in Bergamo.
You mistake, sir, you mistake. Pray, what you think is his name?
His name? As if I knew not his name. I have brought him up ever since he was 3 years old, and his name is Tranio.
Away, away, mad ass! His name is Lucentio, and he is mine only son, and heir to the lands of me, Signor Pistachio.
Vincentio!
Nintendo?
Vincentio!
Vincentio!
Lucentio! Oh, he hath murdered his master. Lay hold on him, I charge you, in the Duke's name. Oh, my son, tell me, thou villain, where is my son, Lucentio?
Call forth an officer, carry this mad knave to jail. Father Baptista, I charge you see that he be forthcoming.
Carry me to the jail?
Stay, Baptista. He shall not go to prison.
Talk not, Signor Gremio. I say he shall go to prison.
Take heed, Signor Baptista. I dare swear this is the right Vincentio.
Then thou wert best say that I'm not Lucentio?
Yes, I know thee to be Signor Lucentio.
Away with the daughter. To jail with him.
Thus strangers may be hailed and abused. Oh, monstrous villain.
Oh, we're spoiled, and yonder he is. Deny him, forswear him, or else we are all undone.
Pardon, sweet father!
Lives my sweet son.
Pardon, dear father.
How hast thou offended? Where is Lucentio?
Here is Lucentio. Right son unto the right Vincentio. That have by marriage made thy daughter mine, while counterfeit supposes bleared thine eye. Daddy!
Where is that damned villain Tranio, that faced and braved me in this matter so?
Why, tell me, is this not my Cambio?
Cambio is changed into Lucentio.
Bianca's love made me exchange my stage with Tranio. What Tranio did, myself enforce him to do. Then pardon him, sweet father, for my sake.
I'll slit the villain's throat. Would have sent me to jail.
But, sir, have you married my daughter without asking my good will?
Fear not, Baptista. We will contend to you, go to, and I will end to be revenged for this villainy.
And I, to sound the depth of this knavery.
Look not pale, Bianca. Thy father will not frown.
So he was Cambio the whole time?
Husband, let us follow to see the end of this ado.
First, kiss me, Kate, and we will.
What? In the midst of the street?
Why, art thou ashamed of me?
No, sir, God forbid, but ashamed to kiss.
Grumio, let's away.
Away!
Nay,
Okay!
then I will give thee a kiss. Now I pray thee, love, stay.
Is this not well? Come, my Kate, better once than never, for never, too late.
Those guys, they're so cute. I wish I had that.
At last, though long, our jarring notes agree. My fair Bianca, bid my father welcome, and I, in the same self-kindness, welcome thine. Brother Petruchio, sister Katherina, and thou Hortensio with thy loving widow. Peace from the best, and welcome to my house. I pray you all sit down, for now we sit to chat as well as eat.
Nothing but sit and eat and eat.
Padua affords this kindness, son Petruchio.
Padua affords nothing but what is kind.
For both our sakes, I would that word were true.
Now for my life, Hortensio is afraid of his widow.
Then never trust me if I be afeard.
You are very sensible, and yet you miss my sense. I said Hortensio is afraid of you.
He that is giddy thinks the world turns round.
Roundly replied.
Mistress, how mean you that?
Thus I conceive by him. Your husband, being troubled with a shrew, measures my husband's sorrow by his woe. And now you know my meaning.
A very mean meaning.
Right, I mean you.
And I am mean indeed, respecting you.
To her, Kate.
To her, widow.
100 marks, my Kate does put her down.
That's my office.
Spoken like an officer. Ha, to thee, lad.
How likes Gremio these quick-witted folks?
Believe me, sir, they butt together well.
Head and butt. A hasty-witted body would say your head and butt were head and horn.
Aye, Mistress Bride, hath that awakened you?
Aye, but not frightened me. Therefore I'll sleep again.
No, you shall not. You have just begun. Have a bitter jest or two.
Am I your bird? I mean to shift my bush, and then pursue me as you draw your bow. You are welcome all.
She hath prevented me. Therefore a health to all shot and miss.
In good sadness, son Petruchio, I think thou hast the veriest shrew of all.
Well, I say no. And therefore assurance, let us each send unto our wives, and he whose wife is most obedient to come to him when he first send for her, shall win the wager which we will propose.
Content. What is the wager?
20 crowns?
20 crowns, I'll venture so much of a hawk or a hound, but 20 times upon my wife.
100 then.
Content.
A match, 'tis done.
Who shall begin?
That will I. Go, Biandello, bid your mistress to come to me.
I go.
Son, I'll be your half. Bianca comes.
I'll bear no halves. I'll keep it all to myself. Now, Biandello, what's the news?
Sir, my mistress sends you word that she is busy and she cannot come.
Oh, she is busy and she cannot come. Is that an answer?
Aye, and a kind one too. Pray God, sir, your wife sent you not a worse.
I hope better.
Sirrah Biandello, go and entreat my wife to come to me forthwith.
Oh, entreat her. Now she needs come.
I am afraid, sir. Do what you can. Yours will not be entreated. Now, where's my wife?
She says you have some goodly jest in hand. She will not come. She bids you to come to her.
Oh, monstrous, intolerable presumption! Worse than a fiery start or snow in midsummer! Earthquakes or anything unseasonable!
Oh, monstrous arrogance not to be endured. Grumio, go forth to thy mistress. Say I ask upon my love. Come to me.
Ask? I know her answer.
What?
She will not.
The fouler fortune mine, and there an end.
Now, by my name, here comes Katherina.
Enter Katherina!
Sweet husband, did you send for me?
I did, my love. Where is your sister and Hortensio's wife?
They sit conferring by the parlor fire.
Go fetch them hence, I pray. Watch this.
'Tis a wonder if you talk of a wonder.
And so it is. I wonder what it bodes.
Merry and peace it bodes, love and a quiet life.
Now fair be foul, son Petruchio. The wager thou hast won.
I will win my wager better yet. 'Tis love that ties our binds, not bet.
Re-enter Katherina!
Katherina, that cap of yours becomes you not. Off with that bottle, throw it underfoot.
Dear husband, That cap of yours becomes you not. Pull it off and tread it under thy feet. 'Tis foolish, I will not have thee wear it.
'Tis foolish indeed.
Lord, let me never have cause to sigh, till I be brought to such a silly path.
Fie, what a foolish duty you call this.
I would your duty, as were foolish too. The wisdom of your duty, fair Bianca, hath costed me 100 crowns since supper time.
The more fool you for laying on my duty.
Content thee, Kate. Tell these headstrong women what duty they owe to their lords and husbands.
Come, you are mocking. We will have no telling.
Yes, and first begin with her.
She shall not.
Fie. Unknit that threatening, unkind brow, and dart not scornful glances from those eyes. To wound thy lord, thy king, thy governor, it blots thy beauty as frost do bite the meads, confounds thy fame as whirlwind shake fair buds. A woman moved is like a fountain troubled, muddy, ill-seeming, thick, bereft of beauty, and while it is so, none so dry or thirsty will deign to sip or touch one drop of it. Thy husband is thy lord, thy life, thy keeper, thy hedge, thy sovereign, one that cares for thee, and for thy maintenance commits his body to painful labor both by sea and land, to watch the night in storm, the day in cold, whilst thou liest warm at home, secure and safe, and craves no other tribute at thy hands but love, fair looks, and true obedience. Too little payment for so great a debt. I am ashamed that you are all so simple to offer war where you should kneel for peace, or seek for rule, supremacy, and sway, when you are bound to serve, love, and obey. My mind hath been as big as one of yours, my heart as great, my reason happily more, to bandy word for word and frown for frown. But now I see our lances are but straws, our strength as weak, our weaknesses past compare, and that seeming to be most which we indeed least are.
Aye, there is my love, my life. We will to bed. We three are married, but you two are sped. 'Twas I that won the wager, though you hit the white, and being winner, God give you good night.
'Tis a wonder by your leave that she would be tamed so.
Then, my now fair Katherina, I will pass another dowry to another daughter, for thou hast changed as thou hast never been.
My fortune is sufficient. Here is my wealth. Since thou art become so prudent, kind, and loving a wife, Petruchio here shall doff this lordly husband, a mask which I throw off with pleasure. Far hence all rudeness, willfulness, and noise. May our future lives be of one gentle stream, of love, compliance, and regard.
Exunt all, except Kate and Petruchio.
Yeah, we should go.
Well, come, my Kate.
No. First, kiss me.